What if the real secret to a great life wasn't about changing what's happening around you, but changing what's happening inside you? Well, that's the core idea of Vex King's Good Vibes, Good Life. Today, we're going to break down his argument that self-love and positive energy are literally the ultimate tools for transforming your world. And trust me, his journey starts in a place you would never, ever expect. So, that powerful line, that comes straight from the author's own childhood. And it's not just some dramatic opening sentence, it's the bedrock of his entire philosophy. He's talking about a time when he and his family were living in a housing shelter, a place that would color his view of the world for years. So in this world that felt so cold and hostile, Vex King, as just a 4-year-old kid, went through something truly traumatic. One night at the shelter, he was faced with blood, shattered glass, just terrifying sounds. But more than the chaos, it was the feeling of being totally and completely unprotected that really stuck with him. And as you can imagine, an experience like that, it leaves a mark. Those memories haunted him well into his late teens, and they created this deep sense of shame, making him really uncomfortable in his own skin. He felt like the world had hurt him, and a big part of him wanted to hurt it right back. And this is where everything starts to change. He stopped trying to run from his past and started to see it in a whole new light. He realized that every single experience, no matter how awful it seemed at the time, was actually a lesson. They weren't scars he had to hide. They were blessings that gave him the fuel to find a much better way to live. Okay, so that big shift in perspective, that brings us right to the heart of the book, this idea of the path to greatness. And let's be super clear, this isn't about becoming rich or famous, not at all. It's about becoming the greatest possible version of yourself. So what exactly is this greatness mentality? Well, the book defines it as breaking through all those imaginary walls we build around ourselves. It's about waking up to the fact that life has infinite possibilities, and our one real job is just to keep improving, to become a little better than we were yesterday. And here's the kicker, the really crucial point. The measuring stick for your progress, it's not what other people think. It has nothing to do with their approval. It's all about you. Are you impressing yourself? Are you stretching your own limits and testing your own abilities? The whole focus shifts from the outside world to your inner world. And this is what it all boils down to. A really simple but super powerful daily goal. This is the engine that drives greatness. According to the book, waking up every single day with this one goal in mind is what makes your life start to reflect that commitment to growth. All right, so if becoming a better version of yourself is the goal, then what's the tool you use to get there? The book says it's one of the most misunderstood ideas out there, self-love. And it's not just about bubble baths and affirmations, it's about a very specific and very crucial balance. And this definition is so important. See, it's a two-part thing. On one side, you have to accept and love yourself unconditionally, right here, right now, exactly as you are. But on the other side, you have to know deep down that you deserve better, and then you have to actively work towards it. So think of it like this. The mindset piece is all about that unconditional appreciation for who you are today, flaws and all. But then you have the action piece, which is about moving forward, driven by the belief that you deserve more. See, one without the other just doesn't work. Acceptance by itself can lead to getting stuck, while action without acceptance can just lead to burnout. And when you finally nail that balance, that sweet spot between mindset and action, that is where the magic happens. That's real empowerment. It's a feeling of total liberation. This is exactly what Vex King is talking about when he says you can learn to vibrate higher. It's all about finding that inner harmony. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds a little abstract, right? So let's bring it down to earth with a story from the author's own life, where he put these big ideas to a very real, very practical test. So picture this. Vex is at university, and he is struggling. Big time. He's got no money for books, zero motivation for his classes, there's relationship drama, and to top it all off, his friends are all planning this holiday he has no way of affording. He just felt completely and utterly trapped. It was right there, at this really low point, that he stumbled across the law of attraction. The idea is actually pretty simple. Whatever you focus your thoughts on, you attract into your life. So he decided to stop focusing on everything he didn't have and start focusing on what he wanted. And he didn't just wish for money. He got super specific. He set a clear goal. He needed 500 pounds to go on that trip with his friends. And he poured all his mental energy into that single outcome, trying his best to stay positive. But of course, it wasn't that easy. There was this tax rebate he was hoping for, but it got delayed. Weeks started to go by. His friends were just about to book the trip, and he was losing faith. He even told them, you know what, just go ahead without me. It really looked like it wasn't going to happen. And then it happened. An envelope shows up from the tax office. He opens it, and inside is a check. But it's not for the 500 pounds he was hoping for. It was for 800 pounds. Way more. He was absolutely floored. You can just imagine, right? He races to the bank, deposits the check, and get this, it clears in just 3 days. Next thing you know, he's on a plane with his friends. And this wasn't just about the money or the vacation. This real, tangible result turned him from someone who was just curious into a true believer in the power of his own mind. Wow, what a story, right? So how do we take all of this? His tough childhood, his ideas about self-love, that incredible story, and actually apply it to our lives? Let's pull it all together. Well, it really boils down to this 4-step path to a greater life. First, you got to reframe your past. See it all as a collection of lessons, not baggage. Second, make that simple daily commitment. Just be a little better than yesterday. Third, find that all-important balance of self-love. Accept yourself right now, but keep working to improve. And finally, number 4, consciously focus your mind on what you want to bring into your life, not on what you're afraid of. And that really brings us to the final, powerful question the book leaves you with. If it's true that your life is a mirror of your commitments, take a good, hard look. What is your life telling you that you're truly committed to right now?